Good evening, fans. Welcome back to the LB Gym here in Fredericton. I'm Bill Gibson on Tommies TV. Final game of the day here of day one of the Ken Gould Invitational preseason tournament. A dandy matchup to close out the day. The Mount St. Vincent University Mystic men and the St. Thomas Tommy men. We're about a minute and a quarter away from tip-off, and we'll get starting lineups here very shortly. And acknowledgement now being read, and then we'll have the starters after that. Chance to visit with both coaches, and they say, hey, boy, seems like a short off season, but happy to be back at it again. Dwight Dickinson on hand. I believe we're presenting the Dickinson Scholarship. Dickinson, decorated coach here for STU. Absolutely brilliant basketball mind. To go to high school games, and when Dwight was around, sit next to him just to pick up some little nuggets of information from Dwight. Riverland's the recipient of this season's award. Big smile there from both River and Dwight. So far today, it was the SJ women and men picking up wins. And the Tommy women. Starters first for the Mystics here. 4 is Callahan, 5 is Matheson, 6 is Chase Tynes, 11 is Isaiah Cromwell-White, and 20 is Keegan Farron. When you lose Jaden Smith and Jackson Smith, first and second team All-Stars, MVP, and Defensive Player of the Year, and you're able to run a starting lineup out there that looks like that the next year, boy, that's a pretty nice job by Coach De Palma. Littleton wearing 3, Marcus Wilson wearing 5, Evan Villain wearing 9, CJ Hansen wearing 10, and Jevin Eddy wearing 21. Your starters for the Tommy. Going to be a fun matchup here. Cromwell Wright and Eddy. Hansen, uber athletic. The 3 starters here, Wilson, Hansen, Eddy, all down from the U Sport level, as is Jeremy Correa. Eddy with the catch of the top. Tommy's working around for Eddy on the outside. And be guarded by Keegan Farron to start out here. Marcus Wilson. Boy, that looked like a travel to me. Saved by Cromwell Wright into the hands of Evan Villain. Cromwell Wright looks to collect that rebound, knocked out of bounds off of Cromwell Wright. Tommies with a second and third chance on this initial trip. First alternating possession with the Tommies in control off the tip will go to the Mystics. It won't take us too long to get that one. Eddy with the rebound. This is the 4th trip. Foul goes on Keegan Farron. His first, team's first. Cromwell Wright knocks it away from Evan Villain. TJ Hansen for Jevin Eddy. Eddy works up, swatted by Chase Tynes. Tynes, the Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago in the league. That was the season where the championship was at Holland College that the Mystics won. Marcus Wilson picks up a foul from Isaiah Cromwell-Wright. 2 fouls on the Mystics. No score. We played just over a minute. Jim has certainly filled in for this one. A lot of Mystics players from the last game. See a number of the Mount Allison Mounties here in the gym as well, who played earlier today. And the Tommy women, a lot of them around. Marcus Wilson can't get it to go. Adam Callahan on the rebound for Isaac Matheson. Matheson off to Keegan Farron. Farron jammed the bottom of the rim. Rebound to the Tommies. One and done for the Mystics. Evan Villain gets in deep, scores over Chase Tynes. Tynes is uber athletic. He's also a talker. Littleton with a pick on Callahan. Off to Marcus Wilson on the run. Blocking foul on Isaac Matheson. Matheson, the only returning first-team All-Star in the conference. A number of outstanding players have moved on this season. Noah McCarthy of the Tommies. Jaden Smith of the Mystics. Jack Fury Miller from UNBSJ. Bryce Corliss at Holland. One of those players really felt like they played for 6, 7, 8 years, it felt like, with the extra COVID eligibility. Wilson out of Moncton knocks down the second free throw for the 4-0 Tommies lead. Wilson, University of Northern British Columbia, is where he was for his first year of eligibility. Giveaway from the Mystics. Mystics were 18-0 going into the playoffs last year, lost the final to that UNBSJ team. They look strong again. The Mounties look strong. Somebody said we could have the top 4 teams in the conference here this weekend, and then somebody else said, well, you got to think about what Crandall added, and you got to think about what Holland College added. And UKC, always a bit of a wild card. I know they look to have a young roster again this season. Some turnover there. Haven't actually seen the Holland roster yet. A lot of excitement, anticipation, I'll say, for this season in the ACAA. A lot of U-Sport transfers, like multiple per team. Very few incoming high school players now. Tynes, athletic, take to the rim. It doesn't go. Rebound Eddy and the Tommies off on the run. Marcus Wilson for 3. That is good. Pretty strong athletic family background for Marcus Wilson. Father Rod, a great baseball player. Uncle Derek, great baseball player, one of the best in the Olympic Senior League history. And was a heck of a basketball player as well at the high school level in St. Stephen. Grandfather Rod and grandmother Judy. Heck of a lineage for Marcus Wilson. Speaking of heck of a lineage, we see from Manchester, England, C.J. Hansen, athletic 6'6" wing, hammer that one home on the breakaway. And it's 9-1 STU. Hansen is uber athletic. Thinking about coming out to a Tommies game, you're going to want to get here to see some of warm-up. Hansen, Quinn DeVries, and a number of the other players put on a heck of a dunk show in that warm-up. Come on out, come early. Back at it again tomorrow at 6 o'clock are the Tommy men. 12-2, 4, and 6 tomorrow. Tommies get UNB SJ. So the early games are the Mystics and UKC on the women's side, and the Mystics and Mount A on the men's side. Of course, these games this weekend don't really matter, other than to get in shape, build some confidence, measure yourself up against. Things count for real 2 weeks from now. 1st of November, the season kicks off. And it is the Mystics and UKC coming right back here in 2 weeks' time. Going to be out of bounds. Foul on Matheson that time. Checking in for the Mount. Number 8, Anthony Leckie. Leckie transfer from Cape Breton, CBU. 6'2" guard, second year of eligibility out of Sydney River, Nova Scotia. Kevin Eddy can't get the ball to the rim inside. Callahan, tough run out. Found a little wet spot there on the floor, slipped just a little bit. Hansen, tough save. Cromwell Wright takes that away. Callahan that time draws a foul on Littleton. Send Adam Callahan to the line. 14.5 points. It's got to be 7.8 rebounds. I've written it down as 78 rebounds a game for Callahan last season. I'm sure that's incorrect. I'm going to go with 7.8 or some really bad typo in my notes. And 4 assists a game for Callahan, who shoots it at 78% from the free throw line. Maybe that was his free throw percentage. You're going to have to check rebounds for Callahan last season. I'm certain it's not 78 a game. Subs for the Tommies. Here comes number 15, Caleb Schulten. Number 13 is Jack Gimby. Number 8 is River Lands. Staying are Wilson and Villain. Gimby, a straight out of high school rookie out of St. Malachy's, and has some length at 6'5" is Gimby. Cromwell Wright floater, rebound, Evan Villain. Villain against Callahan. Evan likes that matchup. And we're going to shoot 2. Sub coming for the Mystics. I believe this is Ben Kearney up off the bench, number 9. Yes, it is Ben Kearney, another of the CBU transfers, 6'4" forward out of New Waterford, Nova Scotia. 10-3 lead as Villain makes the first free throw. Make that 11-3. Tynes guarded by Villain. Hands that off to Knight Titus. Third year out of Dow is Titus. 6'7" forward out of Stouffville, Ontario. Cromwell Wright's triple doesn't drop. Villain inside, Wilson fakes. Nice finish off the glass for Marcus Wilson. Ahead for Chase Tynes. 8-point Tommy cushion. Even 4 minutes to play, first quarter. Tynes reverses. Uses the length and springiness. To score. Ryan Farron will check in. Next opportunity for the Mystics. Schulten loses the handle, but Titus caught with the toes in the tulips on the far side. Out of bounds, in other words, stepped on the sideline. Villain with the drive. Well defended by the Mystics. That's a run out for Leckie. Tynes misses the deep shot. Rebound, Villain. Oh, Gimby tried the finish at the rim. Good strong take, Jack Gimby. And Chase Tynes picks up the foul. Love that take from Gimby. Oh, strong, big fella. Gimby can't convert the first. He's good on the second, though. Missed that time from Titus. Schulten for Riverlands. Evan Villain, the rebound put back, no good. Rebound Titus. One Evan's not going to miss too often. Wilson really bothered that shot from Leckie. Comes Callahan back in for Tynes. Zach Duell, Jevin Eddy in for Stu. And out Marcus Wilson and Evan Villain. So Tommies 10 deep here already in this game. Gimby. And we foul on Kai and Farron. Going to send Gimby to the line. Seen a couple good offensive possessions for Gimby. Let's see if he can convert some free throws. Can't get that one to go. Free throws often tough. I said it in that women's game where rookie Kelsey Matheson, nice inside touch and was knocking down the free throws as well. To be that composed as a rookie to make the free throws, you can be a dangerous player in this league. You can make it inside and shoot the free ones. Lucky backs in, rebound for Ben Kearney. Ben Kearney to the line. No rim that time from Kearney. Tommy bench. A little chuckle. That one too strong, but rebound tapped out. That one out of play up top. Off the emergency support strap. Gimby, tough save. Tommy Schulten somehow comes out of the pack with it. Needs help, he's already dribbled. Has Eddie low post. Eddie step through and scores two. Jevin Eddie. Tommy's plus 10, 17-7. Minute 30 to go. Titus high off glass. Rebound, Zach Duell. Ahead. Riverlands. Eddie for Gimby. Gimby can't finish that one. Eddie's there for the rebound, knocked out by Anthony Leckie. Here comes Cromwell Wright back in, and it'll be for Leckie. .16 on the shot clock, 1:18 game clock Q1. Lands. Schulten, little slip. Has got warmer here in the building for this game. That one fired through the canteen. That's quite a crew over there working the canteen right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at least over there. Be the best customer service you'll get anywhere, I tell you that. Shot miss from Duell. Rebound. Mystics that are on the run with Callahan finishing off the glass. Go ahead and make my day. I know some of you out there will get that reference. Probably not the young crowd. Cromwell Wright fouled. Isaiah Cromwell Wright will go to the line. 11.4 points, 4.4 boards, and about an assist a game, Cromwell Wright. Outstanding 85% from the free throw line last year, and there's the announcer jinx right on cue. Glad I still have that touch. CJ Hansen for Stu to beat the buzzer. It doesn't go. Villain with a tip. No good. 17-12 at the end of one in favor of the host Tommies. Tommies +5 in that quarter. Tommies coaching staff getting together here between quarters. I had a chance to talk with them prior to the game. Excited about the additions that they've made here and the possibilities for this team. Key question I asked them, based on their dress, was whose wedding they were getting ready to go to later. Sharp looking white tops with the Tommy tee and black trousers. They look like they're going to a wedding, and they voted Will Boomer as most likely wedding that they're going to later. They are a sharp looking group, I'll say that. Officials for this one. I didn't do that off the top. I usually do. JP Richard, Dan Patterson, and Spencer Jeffrey. The three charge with making sure all goes according to Hoyle. There it is. It takes a while for the brain to kick in sometimes. Just a quarter late. Better than being $1 short. Shout out wherever you're watching from this evening. Pleased to have you along. It is Mystics ball to start Q2. Tynes, Matheson, Cromwell, Wright. Diane Fearon, and Nate Titus, number 24. Matheson. Trying to answer the other way is Lands. Lands, Duel, Hansen, Villain, and Littleton. Lands with the miss, 3-point contest. Is the Tommies in front here early in the second quarter. Make for Lands. Ahead Farron. Nate Titus. Down low, Chase Tynes. Comes in for the Tommies, Wilson and Jeremy Correa. Chance to make it a one-possession game with a score here. Matheson fouled by Villain. Nice pass from Chase Tynes. Devin Eddy set to check in. Be for Evan Villain. Villain picks up his second foul. Here just over a minute played in Q2. I doubt we'll see a lot more of Villain in this half. Probably will protect that third foul. We'll see. It is preseason. Sometimes those rules go out the window a little bit. And Villain, a veteran, is a player you could trust to play with foul trouble. Matheson makes one. Hansen behind the back. Kicks out for Wilson. Eddy with a hand on the rebound, looks to track it down. Instead, it's Farron. Cromwell right with a miss. Out of bounds off of the mount. Timeout, Tommies. Just a reminder of your action tomorrow, 12 o'clock, the women, UKC and the Mystics. 2 o'clock, the men, Mount A and the Mystics. 4 o'clock, women, STU and SJ. 6 o'clock, men, STU and SJ. Sunday, we start at 11, the Mystics and SJ. Women, men at 1, Mystics and SJ. 3 o'clock, women, STU and UKC. And we wrap things up with the Mount Allison Mounties and the STU Tommy men at 5 on Sunday. Get on out here to the LB Gym if you can. Some great basketball action and a pretty good crowd here. If you're in the area or can get to the area, come on up. If you can't, keep it right here on the Tommies YouTube channel. Feel free to use your mute button so you don't have to listen to me all weekend long. But come on back, we'll have all the action here. Coria on the score. The nice passing play from the Tommies. Chase Tyne scores and then says, hey, you're too little, you're too small to guard me down in there. Cromwell right with a head of steam for Matheson. 1 point game all of a sudden. Coria says, hey, how about I knock down a triple? Get all the twos you want, I'm shooting threes. Guess that only went on the board as a 2. Hansen with the block on Tynes. Tynes not going to do the you're too small on that one. Farron, that looked good on the release. Off the rim, rebound Tommies with the 5-point lead. Hansen to the front court. Coria. Wilson. Eddy, low block. Eddy goes to work, draws the foul on Keegan Farron. Couple subs coming. It's Leckie and Kearney for MSVU and Zach Duell for STU. I'm a big Jevon Eddy fan already. If you don't know already, I'm a big fan of big men who can play on the low block and rebound. And Eddy is just that. Violation on the free throw for STU. Cromwell right, tricky dribble, tough shot. Not sure that's the quality look that you want. It was within the painted area, but high degree of difficulty on that release. Rebound tapped into the hands of Kearney. Leckie ahead. Hansen got a piece of that one. No basket. And we're going to have a rebounding foul on, I think it's going to go on Chase Tynes, number 6. Here comes Villain back in. He does have the 2 fouls. That's Tynes' second. Eddy for Wilson. Wilson alone for 3. Can't get it to go. Eddy with the takeaway inside and score. Tommies push the lead and a quick timeout from Danny De Palma and the Mount St. Vincent University Mystics. Look forward to that game tomorrow where it's the Mount and Mount A. Try to get my fill of mixing up the Mounts. Fairly calm huddles on both sides. Of course, a little bit of energy in them. Just looking back and forth here between the 2 huddles. Mystics ball out of the timeout. Long shot rimmed out. Rebound CJ Hansen. Hansen push on the dribble. Looked like an extra step there from Hansen. The message from Coach Hickey might be, yeah, you're pretty quick. But the ball moves faster on a pass than it does on a dribble. Foul goes on Caleb Schulten, his first. Tommy's second of the quarter. Cromwell right. Knocks down the first one. Said his percentage earlier, so he's bound to make them here. Fouled in the low post. Going to go on Ben Kearney, I believe. It is number 8. It's going to be Anthony Leckie. I thought that was number 9. Oh, tough catch from Villain. How did he even get a hand on that? Villain fights for it and puts it up. Just dogged determination from Villain. Tynes for the second. 0 for 2 from the line for Tynes. Tynes the takeaway. That time Hansen takes it back. Zach Duell for CJ Hansen. Hansen lost the ball, then ran into Isaiah Cromwell right. Gimby in for Hansen. Here is Isaac Matheson back in. Evan Villain doing a good job here playing with 2 fouls for the Tommies. Let's see if Tynes tries to attack Villain. Front rim on the free throw for Ben Kearney. That foul goes on River Lands. Lands is first. Tommy's fourth. 4 team fouls as well for the Mystics. 7-point lead for Stu. 4:04 to play first half. Schulten double teamed and fouled. It'll be Callahan or Tynes. It'll be Callahan. Callahan second. Gonna bring Anthony Leckie back in. Schulten, good on the first. Caleb Schulten, 71% free throw shooter last season, 6.4 points, a couple boards, and an assist and a half a game for Schulten. Joined the Tommies in the second half of the season. Schulten and DeVries were Tommy's additions in the second half last year. Six to shoot. Lands, corner kick. Schulten. That's Cromwell right. Catches that shot, dribbles to the front court. Chase Tynes. 15 to shoot. Looking to go to work on Caleb Schulten. Corner kick. No rim that time. Cromwell right tracks it down, 1 to shoot. No rim, shot clock violation. Good defense by the Tommies. Nate Titus off the bench for Chase Tynes. Evan Villain out. Those 2 fouls, a 9-point lead for STU. Cam Evans is in, number 12. Jack Gimby as well. Evans, Gimby, duel, Lands, and Schulten. Tommies deep into the bench mob here with 2:40 to go first half. Matheson met at the rim by several white shirts. No foul called. Tied up, and there's a foul on the rebound action. It's going to go on 9. It's going to go on Kearney. Mystics fans on the far side were looking for a foul call on that drive that didn't come. He might have a valid argument. Cam Evans, second-year player out of Fredericton High School. The 10-point lead. Can't make the second free throw, but it's the Tommies and Evans who get a fork in the rebound. Gimby, spin, back up top. 3 to shoot. No rim that time, but rebound by Matheson. Ahead for Nate Titus. Titus scores. Foul on Titus, knocking over Evans. That'll send Evans to the line in the bonus situation. Callahan checks in for Matheson. Also up and checking in is Evan Castle, number 21. Third year out of Surrey, BC, and from the Kings. That's the college in Edmonton. Not UKC. The Kings is the important one there. Evans restores the 10-point lead. Count the bucket. And foul on Zach Duel. Ooh. Might be one I have to go back and watch. That sounded to me like the whistle was way before that shot. And seemed to be awful low to be in a shooting motion. But awarded the free throw from the official. Doesn't make it. Mystics on the rebound. Schulten. The bucket for 2. I believe that was Schulten anyway. Rebound put back, no good for Castle. The Tommies on the rebound don't have numbers. Schulten, the trailer for 3. Doesn't go. Cromwell Wright has been really good for the Mystics on the rebound ahead. And that's an easy score for Evan Castle. Final minute of play there. Cam Evans fouled by Evan Castle, and Evans will go to the line again. 46.1 to go here in half number 1. Ten-point Tommy lead as Evans good from the line. Callahan, Kearney, Cromwell Wright. Will be fouled by Cam Evans. That'll send Cromwell Wright to the line. 35-5 to go here in this half. Structure fire in the area of the university here. Just got a little notification on my phone. King's College Road between Regent and Deneen. Traffic updates, fire, canteen. Try to keep you all informed of everything happening here at and around the gym. Wilson with the two-hand slam for the 10-point lead. Chance to cut it with the last shot here. 3 seconds, Cromwell right. That one goes through. And it's a triple. So it's going to be 40-33 at the half. Could have been a really emotional dunk going to half for Wilson. Negated somewhat by the three. Mystics, I think we're looking for a possible and one there as well. So the Tommies 17-12 after the first, 40-33 after the second. Two high-quality teams here at the LB Gym. One more half of play, day one of the Ken Gould. Reminder, come back in about 14 and a half minutes for the second half. And also, play starts tomorrow at noon, the first women's game. It'll be the Mount and UKC in that one. See you in about 14 minutes for the second half. Hi fans, welcome back to the LB Gym. Last half of basketball. Day one, the Ken Gould. It is the Tommies 40 and the Mystics 33 at halftime. I'm Bill Gibson. Man, can't even get my own name out now. It's only day one. Might be a long couple days ahead. We'll have fun with it regardless. Great day two starting tomorrow at noon. The Mystics and UKC women kicks things off. The Tommies go at 4 and 6 tomorrow against UNBSJ. Before we get to the second half, one thing I just want to mention, memory that came up in my Facebook. 132 years ago today, the new game of basketball was played on the second floor of a nondescript brick building in St. Stephen, New Brunswick. Lyman Archibald, a member of the first basketball team in Springfield, Massachusetts, was a newly hired athletic director, and the rest from there is history. That court now is the world's oldest remaining basketball court in the world. Efforts out there to restore that. Boy, they do a great golf tournament, celebrity tournament in the summer with folks in from Toronto and farther west. Jack Armstrong among them, just a great ambassador for that initiative. And if you haven't checked that out, check that out. Go look it up. The court in its present state just gives you the chills, and you wait till you see that vision that's going to materialize there someday for a node to the Canadian Basketball Hall of Fame, a new wing pavilion. Really will work to revitalize St. Stephen, a border community in need of that revitalization. So if you haven't checked that out, check that out. Find that a little ironic that come up here on day one, the first day back at it here for the season of the Ken Gould. I guess basketball has always been, from the very roots, a fall and winter sport. "16 seconds away. From start. Callahan, Matheson, Tynes, Farron, Cromwell, Wright for the Mystics. Middleton, Hansen, Eddy, Villain, and Wilson. The 10 starters are back out to start this half. CJ Hansen will inbound. Hansen looking for Villain. It ends up in the hands of Wilson, who drives and picks up the first foul of the second half. Going to go on Farron. I think that might be 3. It is 3 on Keegan Farron. Just 9 seconds into Q3. Let's see what Coach De Palma elects to do here with Keegan Farron. If he goes to the bench early or lets the veteran Farron, third-year player, continue to play. Looks like he's leaving him in for now. Wilson looking for a 9-point lead. Based on official asking for help that time, I'm going to say out off of the Tommies. Tynes with speed against Eddy. Cromwell Wright too strong. Eddy got a piece of that one and tried to track down the rebound. There's a piece of the errant shot that Eddy had on the way out of bounds. Callahan, nice drive. Middleton tries a 3. Haven't seen the Tommies really nailing the three-pointers in this one thus far. Some guys, if they get hot beyond the arc, the points can go on the board in a hurry at the very least. Wilson, pretty much coast to coast for 2, says if no one's going to stop me, I'm going to go right to the bucket. Callahan, another score. Eddie for Hansen. Wilson down low for Eddie. Littleton. That's off the mark, but it's Eddie who collects that board. Chase Tynes there for the rip. Ahead for the first team All-Star Matheson. Pretty clean breakout that time for the Mystics. Eddie for Hansen. He tries a three. Mullane a rebound. Wilson tries a three. That one goes through. And after 2 minutes, it's still a 7-point game. Matheson blows a tire, but the Mystics keep the ball. Callahan rimmed out, rebound Eddie. Eddie tripped to the floor, maintains control. Eddie was looking for a foul. Mystics were looking for a 3-second. And a foul on the Tommies. On Marcus Wilson, number 5. Team fouls 1-1, Wilson's first. Wilson with the knock away from Farron. Wilson goes right at the bucket and draws a foul. Going to be on Callahan. Second team foul, third on Adam Callahan. Wilson good on both, makes the lead 9. Long way to go yet in this one. Titus down low for Lecky, who scores. Devin Eddy on the rebound of the C.J. Hansen miss. Cromwell Wright has it knocked out of bounds by the Tommies. Matheson on the inbound catch. Titus, Cromwell Wright. Anthony Lecky with the score. Wilson tried to dunk Hansen on the follow. Couple of STU subs coming, looks like Lands and Schulten. Eddie fouled. Foul on Isaac Matheson. Timeout Mystics. Lands, Gimby, and Schulten look like they're checking in for STU. Two of them are for sure. Not sure about Gimby. across the lane here. A little conversation outside of the huddle with C.J. Hansen. Pretty good group that the Tommies have assembled here. Eddie with the make. Tommies plus 11, under 6 to go, third quarter. Hines beyond the arc, good for 3. Jump ball. Possession, Mystics. Referee Dan Patterson does the icky shuffle. It's a little of the perspiration situation cleaned up there on the floor. Oh, around the world twice before that one dropped through. 6-point game, 54-48. 5-0 run for the Mystics. Tommies answer with a 3 from Riverlands. Toes in the tulips that time for Cromwell Wright, standing on the sideline. Going to be a foul shooting a three-pointer. Gimby fouls Cromwell Wright. And a technical to Cromwell Wright. Technical foul on blue 11. We're going to come down here and shoot the technical first before we shoot the 3. And that's for discussion after the whistle. You can see Cromwell Wright was saying something to somebody, whether it was, I think, the STU bench, talking to somebody over there. Can't quite see who it is. Wilson knocks that down. Lead is 10. But 3 from the stripe here for Cromwell Wright. Oh, that basket went in. It's the and one for Quamrell White. So that's a 4-point play. I guess I was watching Wright go to the floor and not the shot. So 6-point game. Steal by Matheson, gets by Wilson. 4-point contest. Gimby has it knocked away. He's going to dribble again. Lands makes another triple from the wing. Lead up to 7. Isaac Matheson tries to answer. That one was short. Verlaine for Schulten. River lands. Gimby has Verlaine in the post. To the cutting Gimby for 2. Just like that, the Tommies lead back up to 9. Titus against Gimby. Foul with the body. I thought Gimby was clean up top. Maybe not, though. Did call him on the arm. Another one of those angle plays for me up here. Nate Titus makes the first 8-point game. And the second. Schulten fakes the 3 from the free throw line, gets 2. Offensive foul called. Wondered what that call was going to be. Let's go on number 8, Anthony Leckie. Actually, number 6 went up on the board. 6 isn't on the court. They're going to check here. Should be 8. It is 8. It's 2 on Tynes, 2 on Leckie. Travel on lands. Ball goes on Verlaine, going to be his third. 2:04 to go here in the quarter. He's subbed out this time. Hanson, Eddy, Schulten, Littleton, and Lands for Stu. Cromwell Wright with the discussion. The official J.P. Richard. Inbounded for Anthony Leckie. Nate Titus. Littleton with the takeaway. Littleton off the backboard for C.J. Hansen. That looked like it was planned. Cromwell Wright was looking for another foul on the three-point attempt. Didn't get it, but rebound. Mystics. So he out of bounds off Caleb Schulten. Flopping warning that time, Cromwell Wright. Adam Callahan coming back in for Diane Farron. Here comes Chase Tynes as well. Shot clock violation, good defense, Tommies. Eddie in the low post against Chase Tynes. Off the glass, got his own rebound. He's going to have to get out of the key, though. There he clears. Big screen on Callahan, frees Littleton. And Littleton makes the three. Big credit there, Eddie, following the miss and then setting the big screen. And Eddie with the takeaway. Let me tell you, Eddie inside can't get the and one to go down, but he'll go to the line. I tell you, if you got a piano to move, Eddie is your man. Strength. Not a lot of people are going to get through a Eddie screen, I tell you that. $71-56. Did that go on the wrong side of the board? I thought it was $71-55 when we started shooting here. Maybe not. Could just be the way I'm looking at the stanchion on the far side, cutting off part of that 6. Beyond the arc, that one no good. Rebound Hansen. 25 seconds to go in the third. Tommy's ahead for Schulten. Picked off by Tynes, that one telegraphed. Tynes, Hansen met him at the rim and Tynes will shoot two. .2 seconds to go in the quarter. It's going to be the second on C.J. Hansen. Tynes with a miss on the first. So if it's a long rebound here, either team can play for the last shot. Of course, a short rebound, you expect the Mystic to put it right back up. Hansen on the board, the Tommies. I'm sure will play for one here. Shot clock is off. Littleton holds direct traffic, looking for a clear out. Littleton, 3 to shoot, back for Eddie. Got a good look, not who you draw up shooting the three-pointer, Eddie. Eddie got a good look at that triple. Take a 2-minute break, I'll be back. Very shortly going to tee up another water, maybe even another lozenge. Set to go for Q4 Tommies ball, 71-56. That, by my math, is a 15-point lead entering this quarter. Was 7 at halftime, 40-33. So that's a 31-point quarter for STU in the third. Eddie gonna have to put it up, left that short, tipped by Hansen. Matheson, Tynes, Titus, Kearney, and Leckie for the Mystics. There's Anthony Leckie who scores there. Schulten, Littleton, Eddie, Lands, and Hansen for the Tommies. Kevin Eddie with the catch and spin to the bucket on the baseline for 2. Tynes right at the rim for 2 points. He gets going downhill. He's a tough guard. He is athletic. He can jump. Littleton with a miss, but follow. No, picked up by Matheson, and Schulten put the shoulder in and draw the foul. Here comes Wilson, Villain, and Dool check into this one. Schulten, Eddie, and Lands to the bench. Hansen with a knock away. Foul there as Leckie put the ball up. Gonna be a foul on CJ Hansen, his third, team's second already of the quarter. Anthony Leckie with a make. Outside for Wilson. Three-pointer is nothing but net for Marcus Wilson. Again, it's Tynes to the rim against Hansen. It's going to be Hansen's fourth. Two for STU. That's got to be, it's like Gimby and a potential blood jersey issue here. I don't have a 22, so I'm guessing that was what's going on. I didn't see a jersey switch there, but Matheson to the bucket. 76-65. 15 is down to 11. Gimby nowhere to go. Back to Villain. 10 to shoot. Tynes all over Evan Villain. Jump ball called. Dan Patterson with the Icky shuffle again. He's going to master that dance by the end of the evening. I have confidence he can do it. Jump ball goes over to the Mystics. Score cuts it under 10. It's a different looking ball game than when we started this quarter, if they can score this trip. Titus sends it to nobody in the far corner. Kearney looking for a tip. Didn't even try for the ball. Wilson can't get it to go. Loose ball out of bounds, and it's going to go Tommy basketball. Could be a break there for the Tommies. I thought that was Zach Dool who had the last hand on that. But Danny Patterson right in there. Much better view than I. Taken away by the Mystics. Matheson ahead for Cromwell Wright and Chase Tynes. Tynes again. Can't get it to go. Multiple taps. Wilson comes out of the pack. Wilson. Dool Wilson. Triple goes. Big bucket there for Stu. Somebody sleeping. Coach Hickey, timeout, doesn't like that one at all. Too easy a score there on the score after a bucket. Coach Hickey said we worked too hard to build that 14-point lead to give a bucket up that easy. We are out of the timeout. Tommy's ball. Just token pressure here from the Mystics. Matheson on Wilson. Over for Littleton. Dool. Wilson loses the handle. Tynes in on that play again, and Tynes picks up another foul. Mystics get a bench warning. They were looking for an intentional foul or breakaway foul on that one. I didn't see anything from up here that I thought warranted anything more than a common foul. Didn't seem to be ahead of the pack. Didn't seem to be excessive or dangerous contact to me from far away. Dool tries a three. Gimby, weak side rebound. Villain steps into a three. That one is good. 82-68, lead is 14. Even 6 to play. Cromwell Wright wants it in the low post against Wilson. Wilson leans the chest into him. Cromwell Wright, nice move, nice score. Littleton with the turnover. Jevanetti, Riverlands back in for Stu. Adam Callahan back in for the Mystics. Matheson off the mark into the hands of Eddie. Really get the feeling that Eddie's going to be a real defensive stabilizer on the rebounding for the Tommies. Takes up a lot of space. Goes after the ball aggressively. He's pretty calm once he gets it in his hands as well. Villain misses that attempt. Tynes on the rebound ahead for Matheson. Outside Callahan beyond the arc. Rebound Titus. Back for Tynes, he takes a three. Chase Tynes with the bank. It counts whether he intended it or not. Lead now 9. Littleton can't make. Back for Wilson, tries a three. Off the mark. Cromwell Wright on the board. Score here and things get real interesting. Going to be a foul on Wilson. Little sense here, momentum. Starting to be a little bit on the side of the Mystics. Here comes Tynes out. Ben Kearney in. Isaiah Cromwell Wright on the line. Clean on the first. Comes Hansen off the bench, along with Caleb Schulten. We're down to a 7-point contest. It was 15 and 14 not that long ago. Schulten against Callahan. Boy, a steal here for the Mystics. Or even just a stop would be big. Lands on the drive. There's the stop. Rebound is for Kearney. And the Tommies are going to send the Mystics to the line to shoot. Foul on Lands, number 8. Big miss there from Kearney. Kearney for the second. No rim on that free throw. Tommy's ball. That's a couple no rim free throws we've seen from the Mystics. Football, Cromwell Wright. 14 on the shot clock. Tommy's gain a second. Tommies need a bucket this trip. Four to shoot, Eddie outside. Schulten 2-1. Don't get the bucket. Rebound off to the Mystics. I think you see a timeout coming here if we see a score. Cromwell Wright gives it to them. There's the timeout. Point lead all the way down to 5. Nice push here by the Mystics. I'm going to say around 3 minutes to go, a little bit more than that, I think. We'll see when the timeout winds up what the number is on the board. It is suddenly a 2-possession game. Mystics, really, they've done it with tightening up on the defensive end. That's where they've started. And getting good looks on the way to the bucket. Timeouts. Tommies have one left. The Mystics have two. Just saw referee J.P. Richard make that signal on the court. It is 3:17 to play. Tommies ball. Tommies 5 team fouls as well. The Mystics yet to pick up a foul this quarter. Sometimes is a little curious. Eddie called for the offensive foul. Late call. Mystics bench wanted it. Called real late. That's going to be offensive player control, so they're not going to shoot bonus on that one. No way that could have been called on the rebound. Had to have been called on the initial shot, but late whistle from Dan Patterson, the outside official. Cromwell right with a miss. Villain skies for the board. Foul on Cromwell right that time. Here comes Littleton in. It'll be for Caleb Schulten, I would guess. It is. Marcus Wilson will come in next opportunity. Goaltending, Chase Tynes that time. Might be the break Stu needed there. .36 to go in this contest. Callahan, Tynes, tough catch. Loses the handle to Littleton. Littleton kept that back pivot foot down, but just barely. Oh, good defense by Tynes. Read which way Eddie wanted to go that time and beat him there. Timeout. Oh no, I thought we had a timeout being called by De Palma. That must have been an if they score timeout. Going to go over to Stu. Everyone doing the icky shuffle now. Either that or a flock of birds has moved in here to the gym, one of the two. 14 to shoot, the Tommies on the inbound. Lands down low, Eddie has a mismatch and scores. Timeout, Mystics. Eddie's just too strong down there for Isaac Matheson. Too much size there. Matheson, best bet, look for the charge. So the timeout situation should be 1-1 now. One team foul, so the Mystics, with only one foul, have 4 more to give before the Tommies are shooting. They always, of course, don't like to take fouls, but sometimes I wonder you get late in the close contest if you wish you had a couple more on the board already. Mind we're going to do this all again tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow we kick off Noon, women, UKC, MSVU. 2 o'clock, Mount A and MSVU men. 4 and 6, it's STU and SJ. The women in the early game, the men in the late game. Get to the gym here if you can. If you can't, keep it stapled to the YouTube station. And do feel free to use that mute button and mute my silliness. Long day one here. Callahan can't make the three, but it's Tynes on the rebound. 147, 9-point contest. Tynes trying to draw the foul inside, loses it out of bounds. Off of Tynes and over to the Tommies. Hard press coming here now from the Mystics. Not a lot of choice, a minute 41 to go. Have to think they're coming with some of their best pressure. Yeah, I guess just one-on-one full court. We'll double there on Littleton. Eddie, corner kick for Villain. He gets baseline back out for Wilson. Good patience by the Tommies. Eat away at this clock. Littleton tries a three. Makes a three. Big bucket. The Tommies push it back to a 12-point lead. Make it real tough now for the Mount. He scores every trip and almost a turnover there, but Cromwell Wright has it on the floor. Nate Titus, fake, sidestep three-pointer. Back to 9. Quick stops and scores for the Mount. The Tommies content to take a lot of time off the clock, but get a good shot at the end. Oh, another triple for Vince Littleton. Lead back to 12. Substitutions only, not a timeout. Tynes now brought off the court. 12-point lead. Cromwell Wright tries a three, makes a three. His numbers are going to look good in this one. Inbound turnover. Cromwell Wright tries another three. Going to have a rebound foul. I think it's going to go on Jevin Eddy. No, on Riverlands. 9-point game. Ben Kearney to the line. Kearney good on the first. Kearney for the second. Front rim that time, rebound lands, back for Villain. Ahead for Wilson. Wilson dribbles it over half. Gets the push that time from Ben Kearney. Tommies, 27 on the clock, will retain possession. Second, maybe third team foul on the Mystics. Tommies the 8-point lead with 27 to play. Inbounded through the hands of Wilson. Timeout Mystics. I will undoubtedly advance the ball here on the timeout. That'll run them out of timeouts. The Tommies do have one. And you can bet almost if the Mystics score, there'll probably be timeout Tommies. And they will advance the ball. To avoid a turnover in the backcourt. Depends on what time that score comes. all right. Tries another three, tapped out. Matheson collects it in the backcourt. Nate Titus with the score. 6-point contest. Here comes Callahan in. I'm a little surprised we didn't see Tommies burn their last time out there, advance that ball to half after that score and avoid the turnover down here with this little time left in the contest. Also assumes that I'm right and they actually have a timeout left. Matheson a three. There's the timeout, Tommies. And it's a 3-point game just like that. Good fourth quarter push here by the Mystics. Now, if you're the Mystics, you're looking to force a 5-second count here, or a steal on the inbounds pass. You don't get it, you got to foul right away to force another inbound to try it all over again. The Tommies can inbound it cleanly a couple times here. No timeouts left now on either side. As expected, the Tommies advance the ball. A four-man stack action. Inbounded for Littleton. Got it in clean that time. That took the clock down to 5.9, so a second or so off. A little different action off the stack that time. Inside for Lands, and he scores two. That's going to make it a 5-point game, and that'll do it. Matheson tries a long three. It almost went. Tommies 94. The Mystics 89. One got a little too close for comfort from a Tommies perspective after having the 15-point lead. 94-89, Stu. Stu leads every quarter in this one. So the Tommies, women and men, pick up wins on day one of the Ken Gould UNBSJ. Women and men pick up wins on day one of the Ken Gould. They will meet tomorrow at 4 and 6. Two 1-0 teams going at it here. Action starts at noon. Mystic Women and UKC. Come on back or get yourself here to the gym. For everyone here at St. Thomas and the always amazing Alice in the Brewster chair, has to listen to me talk for 10 hours a day for 3 days straight. Thanks for tuning in. Come on back tomorrow.